Thank you for joining me for these DM tips for Spelljammer Academy Realmspace Sortie. There will be spoilers here, so if you're a player, please come back after you play the adventure and let us know how it went. This is Chapter 3 of Spelljammer Academy, and it is for level 3 characters. The author for this one is Lindsay. The pacing, the adventure is set up to be 2 hours long. I added a little bit to it to make it about 3 hours long. I'll share that with you what I did for that. So for the pacing for 2 hours, hours 0 to 1 will be character introductions, Part 1, installing the Helm and the spin trap. And hour 1 to 2 would be Part 2, like Clockwork, then fire in the Galley, and the conclusion. The spin trap and installing the Helm could be reversed with the Clockwork encounter. In fact, I think it's more likely that will happen because I don't see a party just not exploring the mid-level of the ship as they head to the Helm. So expect that to happen. And then for tools for pacing. So of course you can increase or decrease the interaction with the NPCs. And then I added an Ochre Jelly above the Helm and 2 Spectators above the Helm. And that made the adventure go out to about 2.5 to 3 hours. The music that you're listening to is what I played in the very beginning of the adventure. This is Busy Spaceport by Tabletop Audio. I'll turn it up here for us. Alright, then, once they got to the Tyrant ship, I went to Gravity by Tabletop Audio. Good mood music for the exploration of the Tyrant ship. Then, for maps. Of course, I used the maps that came with the adventure, the Spelljammer Academy map. And then I picked up some maps from Tessa. You can go, I'll put the links in the description below. You can go to Tessa's Reddit page, which is u/Tessa Presents Maps, and get all of her map information there. Looks like she's going to be doing the Spelljammer Light of Xaryxis maps. That's probably what I'll use when I run that. But the Spelljammer Academy maps are free and include ships, space areas, and this Tyrant ship. So you'll notice the Tyrant ship map is slightly different from the handout that the characters get when they run the adventure. And I like that, because that way, this is what you'll probably find on the Tyrant ship, they say. And then here's what this Tyrant ship looks like. So the characters and Winston and crew should arrive on the cargo deck level. You can add some old cargo on that. I put these cells that had been long abandoned in the occupant's dead. I left some remnants of space clowns in here, dead in that cell. Then the party will start going up the access shafts to the higher levels. And partway up the access shaft, there's a side tunnel which leads on to the holodeck level. These, of course, will all start out hidden. As the party starts to explore the holodeck level, the Clockwork cores will come out to attack them. These Clockwork cores are pretty strong at 60 hit points, multiple attacks, high armor class. So use caution there. Just judge what you think your party can take. You might want to start with only 2 of the Clockwork cores first. You might want to have one go off and do something else while the fight's happening, like try to grab the Spelljammer if they can, the Spelljammer Helm if they can, or something like that. Okay, then they can make their way up to the Helm level. And the first thing I do is describe, all the controls for the ship that they can see. And then if they go off to one of the side chambers at the Helm level, there's the tunnels that go up to the eye stalks for the Tyrant ship. Picture those things. So these things up here, and there's control rooms for those. And in there, I put a Spectator in 2 of them. And then in one of them, the one that Tessa has drawn here with this green slime, I put an Ochre Jelly hanging on the ceiling there to drop down on characters that we're exploring. The tumble trap happens here, so you can have the tumble trap happen before or after the encounter, the extra encounter that I added. That went surprisingly fast. It could go for a full 10 rounds, but when I ran it, the party went through it really quick. I think they stopped it on round 2 of the trap. I think people were affected maybe 1 time. So it didn't take quite as long as I thought it'd take. That's why I had the extra stuff prepared just in case, and it was still fun to do that extra stuff and go to the 3rd hour to play that. Okay, so tokens. I'll put some of these tokens in the description, or links to them in the description below. So various NPCs that you have, Whizpop, the auto-gnome the party can rescue. For images, you have the ones that come with the adventure, and these are pretty fun. So you got them getting ready to leave port in their Hammerhead ship. You got the Tyrant ship as they approach it. You got the finding of Whizpop, the auto-gnome. And lastly, you got a map of Realmspace, which actually will come into play in the beginning of the adventure, as it's described to them where they're going to end up going all the way out to Hakatha, the very last planetary system in Realmspace. Then for knowledge checks, I did a little bit about the history of the Academy with the people who have history skill. And with arcane skill, I gave some information about mercanes because that will come into play if the party questions after the Inferno. Oh, and I forgot the Inferno. So you have the trap, you have the extra encounter up on the top level of the Tyrant ship. Then you have the Inferno that comes. The party has to come back and try and put out a fire that's in the new Galley that Winston puts into the ship. That was 3 flame memphits. That might have been a little easy. You might go up to 4 depending on how your party's doing. But Winston dies, the party puts the fire out, and then may discover that Micken is the one who set the fire. And in my case, they did. Micken might tell them that a mercane told him to sabotage the ship, and then I can leave information about what a mercane is with a Arcana check. And so I'll put those in the description below as well. So overall, here's the overall map. Of course, when I start play, I have it mostly hidden. You have the Spelljammer Academy, where just as the launch of the adventure, the Tyrant ship, where the whole adventure takes place, the Hammerhead ship that takes the characters to and from the Tyrant ship, and the Tyrant ship Hadout that's available in the adventure. So that is Spelljammer Academy, Realmspace Sortie, a fun little adventure. I hope you have a good time running it. Let me know how it goes. Come back, leave a comment in the description or in the comments below, and let us know what went well for you and what you might have changed, and if you have any tips. Thank you for watching.